NPC Miles Morales might be quitting TikTok after he was allegedly robbed the other night. Now, this is basically an update to the NPC Miles video I made last week, and I highly suggest everybody go watch that after this one, because in that video, I talked about how, I was going to say Miles, but like Leaks World, who is the creator of NPC Miles Morales, about a year ago or so, he looked pretty happy and wholesome. He seemed like a good creator. But over the last year, he seemed to be going like downhill. He's getting a little bit more edgy, or he's like cussing people out and stuff like that. And this latest video might be more evidence of that decline.
You won! You won! You won! As you guys know, last night, I got robbed. I'm gonna try to do this in one take because I'm really angry right now. I'm really angry right now.
So from that part of the video, Leaks World confirms that he was robbed, or at least says he was robbed. I know there's gonna be people that'll be like, he wasn't robbed. Quickly on that note, he does say, like many of y'all know, which I don't know if this happened on live, because does TikTok archive those, or how do you see somebody's live? They just disappear, right? There's not like VODs. I did try to find that video if he was robbed, but there's like other titles of like Leaks World gets robbed from like 2 or 3 months ago, and it's not really him getting robbed. I think it's like people talking crap to him. Anyways, that doesn't matter, but he does say that he got robbed the other night. And, he's clearly stressed. Like, he's got a lot going on. This dude is very emotional. You can see that he's very riled up. And the one thing I will say, as a creator who's been doing this for a really long time, the one thing you never want to do is make videos while you are very emotional or extremely stressed out. Because you're more than likely going to say things that you may regret, or you're just not thinking clearly. And what's crazy is, I think it's a little different from TikTok, right? Because TikTok, you can just press a button, record it, and that thing can go live immediately right after. But a video like this, I could record the video, and while I'm editing it, I'll be like, you know what, this probably shouldn't go out. So that's probably something that, Leaks World should think about, is review your videos before you send them into the void, because once they're in the void, they're there forever. They're never coming out. You're not going to get them to go away. So, videos like this, people are going to either use it against you, or, if they are sympathetic, they're going to be like, man, this guy's really stressed out. But, this video, he's kind of talking about a bunch of haters and stuff like that. So this is just fuel for the haters. So that's why you don't really want to give the internet fuel. I mean, it's more raw and real. Some people do really enjoy that. But I would highly recommend to any creator out there, if you're extremely stressed out, I know it's therapeutic sometimes to make these kind of videos, to, just say stuff on camera. It's not really the best to post them. And I'm not just saying that. You can check out my lore video, because I've been through something like this. I've had my audience turn on me. So I'm speaking from experience.
But it seems like the same type of niggas that are supposed to support you, bro, don't support you, bro. It be your own people, bro. Your own people with you, bro. Your own people with you, bro. And I'm really trying not to dislike certain types of people, bro. I'm really trying not to, bro. But literally, I cannot do this shit no more, bro.
With that part of the video, Leaks World is saying that it's his own people that are messing with him. And on the internet, I feel like some people can take that a bunch of different ways. If I were to say my people, a lot of people would probably be like, Latinos. Are you talking about Latinos? But I think in this instance, I think Leaks World is talking about his viewers, his audience. Those are the people that are messing with him, because every time he goes live, something is happening, people are finding him, all of that kind of stuff. So I think that is the context that he is speaking in. I want to touch on that topic of his audience messing with him, but let's watch a little bit more of the video.
I'm trying to be the best streamer for you guys, bro. My dream is to be one of the best content creators. Do YouTube, do Twitch, do all this shit, right? And I can't do that when you guys are with me every time I go live, bro. Every time, bro. Literally, bro.
So right there, we have Leaks World talking about how he wants to be the best streamer across multiple platforms, but he can't do that because his audience is constantly messing with him. Now, I'm going to talk about the whole YouTube thing here in a little bit, or YouTube, Twitch and stuff, later in the video, because I have some advice for him. But I want to talk about people messing with him when he goes live, and I'm just extremely shocked that he doesn't expect that, or he didn't expect that, or maybe he did, but he thought it wouldn't be a big deal. Now look, I watch a lot of streamers and I watch a lot of IRL streamers. And the one thing I can tell you is there are stream snipers all of the time. Now, depending on the kind of creator you are, the audience can act very differently. Like there are some wholesome streamers out there that are all like, oh hey, and their audience shows up, and yeah, they do get the creepy occasional stream snipers because those people are just creepy and cringe. Then you have some wholesome ones that are like, oh my god, I can't believe you're here. I wasn't expecting you to be here. They say hi or whatever. They're usually really good. They're like, oh, I can't take a photo. Or the streamer will be like, sorry, I can't take a photo. We're live. And then they'll just be like, it's so nice to meet you, and they leave. And those are just nice, wholesome interactions, which I think Leaks World has had a couple of those. Unfortunately, with Leaks World's latest content, where he's blowing up on people or cussing people out, or just, calling people bitches and stuff like that, whether that was real or not, you are building a perception of yourself to where now people want to see more of that. If those things are going viral, people are going to want to see more of you rage quitting, you freaking out, you cussing out random pedestrians because they find that funny. I mean, why do you think Kick is surviving so much right now? Because everybody's doing batshit crazy stuff over there, and people just want to see more batshit crazy stuff. And if you don't believe me, I highly suggest you just look up a streamer called Ice Poseidon and see everything he's went through in his streaming career, because that dude had insane stream snipers. I mean, he still streams on Kick, and he has people like throwing stuff in his face and he doesn't even know what it is. Like, it's wild, man. If you put out insane content, or content where you're provoking people or you're trying to be tough and stuff like that, people are gonna want to do it back. And that's why I think, as much as you wanna, as they say, the kids, stand on business. Felt cringe just saying that, but I'm just saying, everybody wants to show that they're tough, you can't mess with me, all that kind of stuff. Instead of it being this thing where it's a deterrent and people are like, oh damn, he's down to fight, he's gonna defend himself, it just makes people want to mess with you more. And it's unfortunate, because that is the internet, right? So other people that also maybe want to have a viral moment, people want to go and they're like, oh, I want to punk out Spider-Man. Like, that is the main thing that people think of. Like, I think it's cringe to do that, but it's reality, right? It's the reality. People are going to want to mess with people that are just trying to do live stream stuff. It's probably one of the reasons why I'm not a big fan of doing live stream. I wouldn't do them myself. I might join somebody's IRL stream, but I'm not personally like, oh, I'm going to go try to IRL stream. Granted, I don't have a big audience, so I'm not too worried about somebody stream sniping me. But, I mean, he goes out there all the time, and every live he does are outside. And a lot of people know where he streams now. They know the places. They show up. There's been videos of people trying to find him and making videos with him. So, yeah, I mean, he's apparently easily defined. Easy to find. But yeah, if you build up that kind of content where you're going to talk shit to people, you're going to stand your ground, all that kind of stuff, people are going to continue to do that. And that's the one unfortunate thing about live streaming. So I don't want to say he did it to himself, but unfortunately all of his freaking viral moments are when he's, talking shit or he's doing something like that. So people are like, we want more of that. And unless he's going to lean into it, which it clearly from this video, he doesn't want to, he needs to change his behavior. But like I said, I'm going to share that advice later in the video. Let's finish his TikTok.
I'm sorry. Y'all don't. I mean, I'm trying to hold it. I think y'all, bro, that the ones that support me, bro, that got me out of being homeless, that brought me to where I am today, bro. But like, I don't know if I can keep doing this shit, man. I don't know what I'm doing to get all this hate.
There's a big transition in the video right there where he was standing up with a lot of energy, and now he's just like very defeated. He's sitting down, and you can tell he's emotional. Like, this dude is going through it. And he's talking to, he does actually, he's like, you know what, if you guys actually help me, if you fuck with me, like, I really appreciate you guys. You took me from being homeless to where I am now. So he's being very appreciative and sincere. And he's just kind of like, he's asking, like, I don't know what I did to get all of this hate. And I kind of just covered it. You know what I mean? The internet is it's a fickle bitch. Like, they will like you 1 minute and then they'll hate you the next. And like I said in my video from last week, I think the NPC Miles gimmick is getting a bit stale, so people are kind of over it, and at this point, they're seeing all of these viral interactions that he's having, and they're like, oh, that makes this character more interesting now. But if he doesn't want to go down that route, you know, again, what are you going to do now? And that's just kind of one of those things. But I think people see that video where he called a girl a bitch, so that's not going to make you likable. There's another video of him, I think where he lost a lot of people, in all honesty, is there's 10,000 fucking people in here, press that button. Because a lot of people were like, oh, now you're just begging for money. Also didn't help that he had that Lambo video, right? We don't really know what that Lambo video was for. It was just him driving a car. I think if you were going to rent a car or something like that for a bit, you should probably be like, hey guys, you know, at some point, somewhere on your socials, being like, renting a car for a day or whatever, just to throw it out there so people don't think that you're baller. One thing that drives me up a wall is I think streamers, content creators forget this idea of perception. Perception is huge, and maybe I'll make a video on this one day, but so many streamers don't pay attention to how they are perceived to the audience. It doesn't matter if you're a nice person in real life. If you act like an asshole online, people are going to think you're an asshole in person. And so, like, I think people, you know, especially a lot of these TikTokers that are young, that are up and coming, you need to pay attention how people perceive you. And I think that's where he's getting the hate from. If I had to take a guess, if I had to put money down, it would be that video where he was telling everybody to press the damn button. I guarantee it. Like, that just has to be it, where he's getting the majority of the hate from.
I'm just trying to be the best streamer, bro. I'm trying my hardest, bro. And I'm telling you, bro, I f with y'all that help me, man. But I don't think I can take this shit, nigga.
So that's how the video ends, with Leaks World kind of saying like he doesn't know if he can take it anymore. And he's, again, I said this already, he's going through it. I mean, there's one point in the video when he literally like wipes down his eyes and you can see the tears fall. So this dude is sincere. If he's not, he's a great actor, and I know he wanted to work with Disney and Nickelodeon. They might as well hire him now if that was fake. I don't think this is fake at all. I've seen creators go through this before. Like I said, I've been through it myself. It is really hard when you lose your audience, or you feel like you're losing your audience, because a lot of people forget these people are human. Creators are human. Streamers, and I know everybody's like, oh dude, they're living the life, they're traveling, they're doing all this good stuff, but they're still human. And I know a lot of people would be like, I would switch places in a heartbeat. What I think a lot of viewers don't take into consideration is if you came from nothing. This dude was literally homeless, let's remember that. If you came from nothing and you get success, the pressure to not lose that success is so daunting. And a lot of people would be like, I'd rather have that than my 9-to-5 job. Sure, but unless you're in it, unless you've ever been there, it's hard to really understand that pressure, because you know what it was like to be nothing and now you're something. And you don't want to go back to nothing. It's a lot easier to be like, I'll switch lives with somebody, when you've never experienced that, because you want to experience it, right? But it's a lot different when you're there and you're like, I don't want to leave here. It's a lot of pressure, man. But like I've said, I think he is just feeling that pressure. I mentioned in my video that I think the gimmick is getting stale, and maybe he's starting to realize that. Could be my theory was the reason why he acts so different, why he was like wholesome, but now he's kind of like edgy. Maybe this is his new gimmick to get people back to viewing stuff. I saw somebody say that he's still getting like 20,000 on his lives. I've never been able to catch him live. I don't know when the dude goes live. It's not in his bio. I don't really use my TikTok that much. But again, there's not a place for me to watch his VODs. Like, TikTok's really annoying when it comes to the live situation, in my opinion. Because I'm somebody that if I can't catch it live, I'll watch the VOD after. You know, I have no problem with that. But yeah, I'm not able to see how many views he currently gets, but I've heard people say that he has like 10, I mean, in that one video where he was telling everybody to press the button, he had 10,000 people. I've heard people say 20,000, so I would say in that range, that's still a lot of viewers that you're getting right there, right? And so I kind of want to talk about what I think Leaks World should do. Leaks World, if you just so happen to watch this video, this is my advice to you. If you still haven't, first of all, actually, the first thing you need to do, dial back the lives in person, man. Because obviously right now you are a target. And if you are saying people are messing with you all the time, I'm assuming you mean live. I mean, because he just got robbed, right? So I think he's talking about people are coming to his streams, messing with him live. You need to dial those back. I don't know how many you do a week. Dial it back. And what you need to do is, dude, take advantage of your Twitch. Like, I checked out his Twitch. I didn't see him live anytime soon. I would be pivoting to YouTube and Twitch. If you have an audience, I would be pimping out, be like, hey guys, go subscribe to my YouTube, go subscribe to my Twitch every time I'm live, every single time, which is the perfect time to be like, hey guys, if you're liking this video right now, hit that subscribe button because we're on our way to 1,000 subscribers on this channel and it would really help out. See? Just like that. But seriously, subscribe to this channel. I'm trying to get to 1,000 views. Not views. Subscribers. But it's stuff like that, right? Like, you gotta build it into what you're doing. Kind of hard when you're just doing this the whole time and everybody's sending you galaxies or roses, but you know, that's what he's got to do right now. You got to start pivoting. I said this in my video that he should be pivoting to other content, especially where we don't know what's going to be happening with TikTok in a year or two. Is it going to be around? Is it going to be sold? All that kind of stuff. Because they're saying that if it is sold, it's not going to be sold with the algorithm, so that's going to change things. But Leaks World needs to realize that the NPC Miles gimmick is going to die. Like, it'll probably pick up again when the last movie comes out, and then after that, you're donezo, my guy. So what I would be doing right now, because this channel literally has a motto of fuck the niche. I am not a fan of niche content because once it goes stale, you are screwed. So if I was Leaks World right now, I would have Twitch streams where maybe you do NPC Miles on Twitch streams every once in a while and chat it up that way, but just have Leaks World streams. Like, you got a personality, you have stuff to talk about, you could probably tell stories of crazy things people haven't seen. I want to know why the fuck you were homeless. I want to know that. You know, tell me that story. I would tune into a stream to find that out. Like, this dude seems like he has Also, you were doing Mr. Beast style videos a long time ago. I want to know about that. Like, the dude has a life, a story to tell, and it doesn't need to be freaking Spider-Man. Like, it can be Leaks World. And so I think he needs to pivot to that. Try other content. Make YouTube videos. You have people that want to collab with you. Try doing YouTube videos. I will be honest with you, don't do the Mr. Beast shit. Everybody and their mom's trying to be Mr. Beast. Try to come up with something different. Try to come up with different content. Fits your personality. And yeah, I've seen some of your TikToks. It seems like you want to do skit-oriented kind of stuff. I would say clean up your editing. There's stuff, you can always clean up your editing, make it a little bit more entertaining, fast-paced. So just make it flow better. Stuff like that. But your thing is live streaming. If you want to be the best live streamer in the world, then maybe show me more that's not NPC Miles. I want to see if you stream walking around somewhere, you know, go get a backpack if you can afford it and start doing live streams like that. Show me something more interesting. Show me places you've been and stuff like that. You know, he's got to really pivot. He's got to diversify his content and get away from this gimmick because this gimmick is going to be a downfall. And it sucks because that interview I showed in the last video where it was the TMZ interview, he was like, I'm going to do this forever. Like, I'm always going to do this NPC stuff. A year later, he is feeling it. He's like, oh, damn. Like, he's thinking about quitting at this point. And again, it's because niches will make you feel that way. And that's the one thing I will tell any creator is if you are going to niche down, always be prepared to pivot or just know that once it dies, the ride is over. It's really hard to jump to something very different. Again, I've mentioned this in my lore video. I cover everything that happened before I started this new channel, and I went from covering comic books, just like, you know, just like Miles over here, a big nerdy thing. It's the reason why this room looks like this. I covered comic books, and then I was tired of that. I didn't want to do it anymore, and then I pivoted to try to be a gamer. That worked a little bit, didn't work too well, and then I just tried to doing random stuff. And it just doesn't work sometimes. But again, the one thing that happened that I messed up, that I'm trying to save Leaks World from, is I started talking shit to my audience. And the moment I started doing that, I started losing viewers. You do not turn your back on your audience. That is the biggest thing I can tell anybody, and that's from experience, because once you lose that audience, you're just losing your supporters. Now, luckily, some people have stuck with me and they've moved over to this channel, but I had a channel that almost had 24,000 subscribers, and now it's down to like, you know, it was down to like maybe like fucking 30 to 50. That's how many people have stuck with me over the years of me just destroying that channel. And I don't want to see that happen to another creator that has potential. So Leaks World, if you are watching this some way, dude, pivot for the life of God. Pivot to something else. Take a few days off because you are struggling right now, my guy. And focus on Twitch and YouTube. Like, seriously. I would be down to support the Leaks World, the wholesome, cool Leaks World from like a year ago in those videos that just seem to be enjoying life. I don't like this, you know, Leaks World guy that's over here trying to like punk people out and all that stuff. I don't give a shit about that macho stuff. I see too much of that on the internet already. We need more chill people that are doing their nerdy shit, like you said, and just bringing positive vibes, man. Those are the best creators out there. I suggest doing more of that. Anyways, I just wanted to make an update on this whole NPC Miles thing, because when that video hit my timeline yesterday, I was like, damn, that guy's going through it. He was literally in tears. And like I said, I don't want him to be me. I don't want anybody to go through what I went through. Granted, he probably has more success than I ever had, but I know the feeling of it. I know the feeling of losing what you really, you know, cared for. Again, this guy went from being homeless to not being homeless anymore because of this whole gimmick. And I think that's awesome. But I do think everybody has a time and part, you know, there's a part of everybody's career where you have to pivot or die. And he's at that moment right now. And I hope he's able to pivot and actually do some really good shit going forward. I think he just needs to change his mental and take a few days off from the internet for sure. But I think he has potential to do a lot more stuff and to be the best streamer, like he said, but he needs to do it differently. With that, I'm going to say, listen to my advice, but also remember your motto.
Nah, I'ma do my own thing.